Welcome to the Oddfrog Chop Shop, your one-stop podcast for all things toy, design, collectible, comic book, video game, movies, pop culture, and more. And now please welcome your hosts, Kelly Greenwood and Eddie Hermosillo.
Hey guys, Kelly and Eddie here from Oddfrog Entertainment.
What's up, guys?
We just wanted to give a little update about the Bandito and what we've got planned for this year, and kind of some redesigns in our studio to make things more functional for the podcast. We've got a couple different areas we can film in now. We're going to be doing some stop motion animation stuff for marketing the Bandito. We're going to be presenting a line of action vehicles, and I'll let Eddie talk about that real quick.
Yeah, so basically, as we all know, the Kickstarter did not fund, obviously. We've taken the month of January to regroup, literally take it back to the drawing board and incorporate, I guess you could say, incorporate a better value in the whole Chop Shop, the whole Chop Shop vision, the whole Chop Shop world, where, like Kelly mentioned, we're trying to make the value, I guess, more worth the value. We're going to bring in action figures. We're going to try to bring in action figures. We have some concepts going that would suit the whole theme, the whole aesthetic of our world. The Bandito, we refined it. There was a few things that we had to redetail, and we adjusted various components. The interchangeability part, we made that a bit more functional. The action figures, we're gonna bring in some action figures, smaller vehicles. We have a motorcycle going, actually. We have a printer right here. We'll show you guys. And yeah, we just kind of went back to the drawing board and assessed everything from the design to the price, and we'll be again showing you guys what we're working with, and yeah, exactly.
And as far as the cost of the Bandito goes, let me talk about that for just a second, because when we first envisioned launching the Bandito Kickstarter, Eddie and I had in our mind the entire line that we've been working on of vehicles that we want to present, and we had built that into the cost, the ability to forward that idea. This time around, having learned a lot from the Kickstarter, we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need a marketing budget so that we can reach out to specific firms that can kind of gear the Bandito towards our specific group of 112 collectors. The second thing is we have to get the price of the car down. We don't want to compromise any of the details on the car, so it's going to be a real trick, and we don't have a price yet, but we're looking at reducing the buy-in on the car. The other cost we want to get down is the overall goal of the Kickstarter itself. So last time we were coming in at about $720,000 to make this happen, to guarantee shipping and all that stuff. Eddie and I have done some numbers, and we want to cut that number in half. We need to be able to guarantee our shipping. We need to be able to guarantee that if there's anything wrong with individual units, that we have the ability to get them back and get them to you. So we do need a bit of a buffer zone, but with the information we've gathered on the Kickstarter, the previous Bandito Kickstarter, there's a lot of stuff we're going to tweak and rework and put back out there. And, we'll let you know what's going on with that in a couple of months. We don't want to let other toy companies beat us to the 112 scale vehicle punch. So that being said, we're going to be doing some other things as well with our YouTube channel. So one of the things that we toyed with last year was the show and tell segment, where we bring in some collectors and we can share their collections with our community, and hopefully entice some other people to want to show their collections and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Show and tell segment's kind of cool, just bring in something that tugs on your heartstrings, brings a memory, something that you grew up with, anything you want to show. Customs, we always like customs. That's kind of, where we see ourselves. I guess as designers, you're almost a customizer, so but yeah.
So, all right, guys, that's kind of a quick update for Oddfrog Entertainment and the 112th Street Chop Shop. And we're going to have our show and tell segment, without further ado, coming right up. So thanks a lot, guys. Once again, thank you for all the support with the Kickstarter. You guys are amazing. And, even though it wasn't successful this time, we really learned a lot. We heard from you guys. We've heard from other YouTube channels. Mark from Action Figuratorium had some really interesting things to say, some really smart things, I think. And, we're going to be looking at all that kind of stuff. So, once again, guys, Happy New Year, a little belated, but thanks for following. Like and subscribe. And looking forward to showing you some more stuff this year.
You'll be hearing from us a lot more real soon.
I am super excited to welcome our next guest and our very first guest on our show and tell segment. I'm excited for multiple reasons. Not only is he part of my voiceover tribe, but also from the Pacific Northwest. Heath Martin is an incredibly talented voice actor, musician, and an accomplished recording artist. When he's not out looking for his next Masters of the Universe ideal piece for his collection, Heath is voicing a multitude of characters across multiple genres, including one of his newest projects, playing the parts of Panthro and Man-at-Arms, amongst other characters, and alongside some super talented voice actors, bringing to life a He-Man and Thundercats crossover comic on YouTube. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Heath Martin, welcome to Show and Tell on the Oddfrog Chop Shop.
All right. What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for having me. What an intro. What an intro. If I could get introduced like that everywhere I go, can you just walk around with me to different places? Appreciate you.
Do a little
guys.
VOG behind your head. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, we appreciate
welcome,
you coming on. We're big fans, and we know a lot of people that check out the Chop Shop are big fans. I actually worked a little bit on Masters of the Universe when I first started at Mattel, so we're huge fans. So, yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I didn't even know it. How about that?
There it
There
is.
we go.
There it is.
Surprise,
Like and
surprise.
subscribe. Like and subscribe.
That's right.
So, yeah, tell us a little bit about you, Heath.
Well, like you said, I'm a voice actor living in the Pacific Northwest, just south of Seattle. I've been voice acting for about 5 years, and before that, I was a lifelong R&B singer. So I come up singing gospel and R&B music, and that was my passion and my driving force the bulk of my life until I hit a little rut and things weren't progressing. I was getting older, these other types of things, and I found voice acting kind of by happenstance. I was bummed out. I was sitting around trying to think of ways to be creative. I even got to the point where I fabricated a Batman costume, and maybe I'll send you guys a picture of that, and you can post it up.
That would be cool. I'm a big Batman fan of here, man.
Right on. Yeah. So I'd never tried anything like that before, but I needed a creative outlet. So I was like, why not? But when I was done with that, I was kind of empty inside and needing another outlet. And my wife suggested voice acting. I had never even thought about it. I grew up watching cartoons. As you know, I'm a huge, well, we'll get into that. But I grew up watching cartoons. I've always loved animated film, anime, all the genres, and I never really considered who the actors were behind those characters. And then once I started going down that rabbit hole, man, I found my first mentor, Steve Bloom, Chuck Duran of Demos That Rock, Bob Bergen, Porky Pig. I mean, you guys probably all know these names already. Rob Paulson, Maurice LaMarche. I started finding guys that I had no idea I grew up on them, but I'm coming to find out that I grew up on you, man. So it's just been an awesome journey. It's been an opportunity for me to expand my artistic horizons and really just, be of service to everyone that I work with. And that's kind of my big goal in this.
Nice. Well, good on you, man. You're doing really well, and congrats on your success.
That's amazing. You can hear it in the volume of your voice and stuff too, for sure.
Oh, am I loud?
Anyone
Am I
tell
being
you you've
loud?
got a great voice?
Not in any way,
No.
just the tone, the baritone in your voice,
Yeah.
the way
I bet you
the way
say
you
that
and
to all
Mikey
the
make it
guys.
work.
So today's segment is show and tell. So tell the class what you brought to show and tell, my friend.
That's right.
Oh, prepare. Oh, your eyeballs are about to. No, okay. If you grew up in the 80s like I did, you are probably a big fan of what I collect. As you can see from behind me there, where the beautiful Castle Grayskull stands erect on my shelf, and all of Heath Turnia is at the at the ready to go into battle. I love Masters of the Universe. I grew up on the cartoons, on the figures. It's been a huge part of my life since 1980. When did it come out? 82, 83?
I had the underwear when I was at least 6. So
It was 82, I want to say.
I want to say it was 82. Yeah. So now I know you guys are going to be, a good friend of mine is a co-collector of mine, and we do some stuff together. We do some acting together as well. Sean Daly, I know you'll be showing him on your show at some point.
you're next on my list, Sean.
He's the technical dude. He knows of all the backgrounds of all the characters of everything, like up and down. That's the guy. I'm nostalgic about this stuff because it reminds me of a time that was simpler. It keeps me kind of in a child's place creatively. So it allows me the ability to play freely as an actor. We have to do that every day, especially on animated projects and video games and things like that. But the thing that really stood out to me about these figures, about this whole line, even before the cartoon, was that they looked they looked awesome. I was heavy into Conan and other fantasy things like the Barbarians and man, I'm going to date myself if I tell you all the stuff I was into, but I thought it was dope that they would have a collection of toys that were built like Mr. Universe and all just everything that came along with it. I thought it was really cool, and I started getting into it. I didn't come from money, so we didn't have a lot of money, and toys were expensive, and I didn't realize how popular these toys were when I was little. There's a lot of things that I didn't know as a child that if I could have done it differently, I would have really held on to stuff, kept it in packages, all that kind of stuff.
Join
Right?
the club.
Oh, no
You know,
doubt.
as a grown collector, I go to a toy store and see that an unwrapped Beast Man is worth $80, and I'm like, whoa! Like an old, just a junky, played with, beat down, no equipment, no extras, $80. I was like, so how much is it in the package? And I started looking it up, and I started trying to, figure out what it would have been worth, and then just torturing myself. Those things go for like $200-300.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
And I was just blown away by that. And we didn't, like I said, we didn't have a lot of money. And my mom knew I loved I loved He-Man. I loved Masters of the Universe. She didn't know who my favorite characters were, so she just went to the store and got whatever she could find. So the very first figure that I ever got was
You have it?
a Stratos.
Still has it, yo.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, so he's missing an arm,
Perfect. Nice.
an arm band. That's
Yeah.
okay. And actually, this is the wrong color. I had replaced this. I ended up replacing this one. But he's got the squishy head. That's how you know it's vintage.
Yeah.
When they have the
I bet
squishy
you it
heads,
still
right?
smells the same too, doesn't it?
It's been in my garage for a long time, so I don't know if it smells the same because I don't remember that long ago. But this guy, so Stratos ended up becoming my favorite character of all time, of any genre, of any toy, of any cartoon ever. Just because this is the one that I had. This is the one that I had to play with. I couldn't get the other ones. And then by the time I was in a position where maybe I was working and I could afford to get things for myself, they were nowhere to be found. And then for a long time, they were just gone. So what I did was, when I got married and divorced right out of high school. And I didn't get divorced right out of high school. I got married right out of high school and then ended up getting divorced. Okay. But my eldest son, who I had with my ex-wife, I gave him all my toys when he got to a certain age and when I moved out and all that. And I don't have any idea what he did with them. I have no idea. So now what I do as an adult collector who can afford to collect toys, because it's really an obsession, let's be honest. Okay. It's an obsession, bro. So now every time I go anywhere and I see a Stratos, I get him. That guy's missing an arm guard too. Another cool. So this is a Super 7. Stratos. This is the Funimation style from the cartoon. Obviously still in the package. This guy is really important to me. This is another Stratos. So that's what, three so far? Three Stratos?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with the vintage stuff, I felt bad enough that I didn't keep my collection and I didn't, keep up with it. But I also didn't jump on the Origins train until after the first few waves had gone through because I didn't even realize they were out there again. I didn't realize these toys were out here and available. That's why I missed out on so many collectibles. Like I missed out on all of the classics. I don't have a single classic in my collection. Now I do have 2000X stuff because I just found it, throughout my collection times and stuff like that. So I've got your core characters, right? I've got all your mains plus like Ram Man. So I won't show you guys that one today, but that's another part of the collection. But so this is the Origin Stratos. When this one, I didn't get him the first time around, so I ended up paying him way more for him than I probably should have. And then they had the nerve. Mattel had I'm talking to you, Kelly. Mattel had the nerve.
I was there when they were launching, when this was like
put
right
this
about
guy
to
out.
launch.
This Stratos, the mini comic Stratos. This is the mini comic.
That looks like Zodak for a second.
Doesn't it?
What's with his skin?
This is the mini comic version. So in the mini comics, Stratos had peach pale skin.
Interesting.
So they did a lot of stuff based on concept art, which I thought was really cool. It took me a while. Yeah, it took me a while to get used to and comfortable with this version of him because I grew up with the gray one,
Yeah.
But those are okay, here he is. Okay. So then I went to a toy store down in Tigard, Oregon.
Oh,
and
wow.
Can you
see on that a little bit more?
Actually, I'm going to pull them out. These are vintage, complete.
We'll wait if you need to put gloves on.
No, I'm not that type of collector. So here is a really good, clean version.
Yeah, he looks new.
Of the blue pack Stratos. Now he came out in blue and red. So he has one harness that's red, a red jetpack, and one that's blue. So the red one would have blue wings, and the blue one would have red wings. That's how you know them apart.
I know that. Interesting.
Yes, indeed. So what I did after that was I got greedy. When I started collecting again, I got greedy. And I was like, you know what? I need one to play with and one to keep in the package. So I got another Origin Stratos.
Now let's explain too. The Origins is a new line of the almost exact original line, but with better articulation.
Yes.
They're pretty awesome.
So these are cool, and they're kind of interchangeable with the Origins. So you can pop their body off and put them like in the slime pit at Snake Mountain, or you can swap arms or whatever. So the big thing about the old school vintage ones, see how his legs are poking out like that?
Yeah.
So that they have a rubber band type thing holding their legs into their groin area. These have actual pop in, pop out legs.
Sockets.
Okay. You're right, sockets. So these you can do that, and then it'll click right back into place. Full articulation. You got wrist movement. You even have ankle movement on these.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So they got really nice with it.
And those are the Super 7 ones, right?
No, these are the Mattel.
The Mattel Origins. Yeah, got it. Yeah,
they say retro replay on the box sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
they did a whole line of WWE versions too, with the same body molds and stuff.
Oh yeah, cool. I remember seeing those in the store. Yeah.
So to complete the set, of course, I had to get the blue arm red one vintage. This is this one's in really nice shape. And then, oh guys, so I'm not going to totally get into my Masterverse collection, but let me just say this: when Kevin Smith and Powerhouse Animation got together and did Masters of the Universe Revelation just recently. I lost my mind. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was so happy, so excited. And I was like, you know what? This time I'm going to get every figure when they come out. No ifs and buts about it. But they've just started releasing a new line called New Eternia. If you see behind me, I've got every Masterverse figure that there is. Every single one that there is, I own. This Stratos.
Those newer ones are the ones I have. Yeah.
These can be opened because of the way that the packaging is. I can put them back. This is really dope. I want to show you guys this out in person.
Yeah, these are on another level, like the He-Mans and the Skelegods and like all these figures in this size and scale are like, yeah.
Oh, wow. That
accessories
awesome.
with the
So he's got his
articulation,
staff.
the size.
Yeah, these are 7-inch as opposed to the 5.5 of the originals. They're fully articulated. This one is based off of the traditional wrap around his neck was from the mini comics. And then the rest of it it's based on a classics version as well as the original. He's got the blue.
I love that feathers around his neck. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is
this
that a
guy's dope.
4 Horsemen sculpt?
No, this is let's see. This is just the regular Masterverse.
Newer, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is the regular Masterverse. Oh, look at the artwork on these, you guys.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Man, they beefed him up for that one. That's cool looking. Yeah. Cool.
So badass. I love it. But that's the newest one that I have, and that is. I'll put all this stuff away later.
that's
So after you're done playing.
Right, after I'm done playing. So that's my origin story on Stratos. He's the most special figure to me in the world, and now you know why.
That's awesome.
And that's why anytime I'm anywhere and I see him, I get him. No matter what. No matter what shape he's in, no matter, you know what I mean? And,
yep.
And generally, I would say no matter how much he costs, but that's not always true. Otherwise, I would have the classics version. Oh, wait, let me show you one more Stratos. Give me one sec here. Aha! 2000X Stratos.
Oh, wow.
There's the glare.
Raise it up a little bit. No, just raise it up. There we go.
There you go.
Oh,
Lower.
I love the
I
tubes
love those
and stuff.
designs,
Cool.
man. They look so cool.
Well, I love his pose. That's such a great. I wish more toys came like that, where they looked like they're ready to jump into action right in the box.
Heck yeah. And man, yeah, those are really sweet. And I'm a little sad. Sean has all his 2000X out of the package. I'm a little sad that I can't actually touch them because I'm not going to. Those were expensive. I'm not going to take them out of the package at all. Ever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a little break and let you guys ask me questions before I jump into the next little guy that I wanted to share with you.
Well, I think you answered one of my questions, which is your favorite character?
Stratos, yeah.
I guess the next kind of begging question is, what do you think is your most valuable character?
Aha. Okay, so my most valuable character is going to be the finale. I'm not going to show him until we're almost.
Okay, we'll wait.
So we'll wait for that one. But let's move on. I got a question
spur of the moment. So
go ahead.
What are your opinions on the new 1/6 scale line Mondo He-Man figures? If you've seen those,
I love them. I think they're beautiful.
Badass, right?
I think that they have. Yeah, absolutely. I think that they have. They're a collector's dream. Except I think they had some unfortunate issues with some of their He-Man that they just put out with the waist snapping.
Really?
But they honored all of those. I mean, at $300 a pop, you got to honor them, right? So when collectors had a bad one, they would replace them. So I know that didn't help them at all, but they're beautiful. The Merman is beautiful, man. It's one of the most beautiful figures I've ever seen in my life. And like the Battle Cat, he's like a 500. But he's a beast. That's the type of stuff that you
articulated.
Yeah, you would put them like at your entrance to your collection room, like as standing guard or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, badass.
Check this out. Now, I wasn't a fan of She-Ra, and I'll tell you why. because I felt like if I didn't have a problem with She-Ra the show or the characters or anything like that. The problem I had is that once She-Ra came out, the He-Man shows stopped. It's like they replaced my show with She-Ra. So I always held a grudge against that show.
I remember that. Yeah.
Even though I think the Horde has some really cool characters. I love Hordak. He's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And I didn't really
Just revealed him at the end of the new season in the,
Yeah.
the new, which I love that show, by the way.
I love
The
it
new,
too. I love it
CGI
so much.
one from Mattel is great. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I wasn't really into him, but now as a grown adult collector, you know, as you can tell, I have Hordak, and
He's a cool design.
here's the Masterverse version.
Okay, nice.
I've got
I
him in
remember that
package too, but I'm not going to dig him out because this isn't about Hordak. This is about someone else that's in the Horde. This is about someone in the Horde. You see, I'm leading up to it. I'm giving you guys foreshadowing here, right?
Interesting.
The Horde had a bunch of really weird and cool characters. My favorite of all of them, as a child and now as a grown adult, name was Grizzlor.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
I'm gonna bring these guys out of the package as well.
Now this character had some controversy or something, I think a couple months back. Or he's like a special release.
Oh, you're referring to this Grizzlor.
Yeah, there we go. That's him.
He came. He has special packaging that he came in and everything, like a nice box all to himself.
Okay.
It was like a con exclusive.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
But this is the original vintage Grizzlor, fully, with all of his accessories, everything. This guy's pretty rare.
Man, I remember those crossbows that clip.
Yeah, dude. The whole Horde had crossbows, all of them. Like Hordak has the bone colored crossbow. I've got him sitting back there, the vintage one. But this isn't even the one I was going to share with you. This is pretty cool. He's complete. He's probably worth about $100.
Okay.
Maybe 75. Now, the cool thing was, back in the day when they released these figures, there was a line that they put out. It was kind of an accidental line that ended up being pretty dope. And it was the exact same
controversial line.
It was the exact same character. He was just darker.
Oh, interesting.
So dark-faced Grizzlor.
Yeah, hold it up a little bit higher.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Yes. Dark-faced, dark-skinned Grizzlor is one of the rarest figures in any of the lines.
No kidding.
I found him at a toy store, and I'm not going to name the toy store because I don't want them to feel bad about this because I wasn't sure what his value was when I bought him. I found him at a collecting shop, and I paid $15 for him, complete. $15. I was like, cool, I'll add him to I don't have him yet, I'll throw him in there. I got home and looked online, and this toy is worth $275.
Nice.
Wow, that's like a comic score.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got so lucky with this guy, it's not even funny.
Wow.
But I mean, he's great. He still holds up. His flocking is still really cool. It's not falling off. Like my Moss Man is a mess. He looks like he was put in the washing machine or something.
The dark skin almost looks like better design to me too. It kind of goes a little better.
I like it. I do. I like it better.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the lookout for the Origins dark skin version, and I know there is one, but I just don't want to pay what they're asking for him. Like you can get him from like Macari or something, and he's probably like $300 for one, and he's not even an original figure. He's an Origins remake for San Diego Comic-Con. But yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. I'm waiting for him to come out in the Masterverse line because I'll definitely snatch him up. I've got so much fun collecting these guys. Okay,
what do you think of the design of the new Stratos in the cartoon?
Oh,
the most recent one on Netflix.
Oh, the kid version of the show?
Yes.
I'm not real keen on any of those. Matter of fact, but just because
love that show.
I like the show pretty good, but I just don't like the character design as much.
Yeah.
But because I'm not a hater or anything, I did pick up the Skeletor from that show.
I mean, it's so awesome looking. I saw it in the store too, and I was just like, man, I gotta get that.
And the He-Man.
Yeah, that's cool.
So those are the only two that I'll ever have from that line. But I'm
Yeah.
fine with that because, I'm a big fan of
That's
the
all you
original.
need.
And I'm a huge fan of Revelation. So they both came
Yeah.
out at the same time, and Revelation was for
Yeah.
me, and the other one was for someone else. I'm not,
Yeah.
I've got a lot of people on my agent's roster that are actually voicing the kid version.
Oh, that's cool. I love that version. That's my favorite
Yeah.
show right now on Netflix.
Yes, the acting, the story, the writing, the acting, everything is great. It's just the character design that I'm not super fond of.
And I'm kind of with you. So early development for that show is when I first interned at Mattel, like 2017.
Yeah,
So I was still going to school and I was going to Mattel. And I made it known that I loved Motu when I was there. And so they got me some work doing some character design. And I didn't really know what it was for. I knew they were doing a whole redesign and there was going to be this magical plague stuff that Skeletor had or whatever. But they just kind of gave me some make work for it. And I got to do some character design. I worked on Merman was kind of the one that
okay.
People liked, but it didn't actually, none of the designs came through to the show. The only thing I think and I still have the drawing to this so I can prove it, but the only thing that might have carried through is when Evil Lynn goes to her superpower with the bat-like kind of ears. I mean, you can see it right on my initial designs. I did that exact same thing. So
now I like that. I like that Evil Lynn design. I was kind of taken aback with the Ram Man design and with who is it? Shoot.
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms, yeah, Triclops. No, Triclops is pretty cool. But Man at Arms and some of the core characters that have total different, even a different gender, maybe now even.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some characters that I'm like, okay, well, I can see why you did it. I can see how it's fresher. I can see why kids love it.
But it's not Ram Man.
Right. It's not Ram Man. Not to me.
I agree.
Not to me. Okay, guys, listen. As a collector, there is a pinnacle of excellence that every one of us strives for. But none of us really think that probably never happen, right? We'll never get everything. We'll never get the best things. So this Christmas, when I thought all hope was lost, I didn't think I was ever going to even sniff one of these characters, to be honest. My amazing wife had this under the tree.
What? Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
This is a good reveal. Oh, wow.
Okay, wait. Oh, let's see.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Okay,
Is
so
that
first of all, as a collector and a completist, I never thought I'd have a Mondo character. I never thought I would. That's kind of why I didn't really want to go into it when you were talking about it earlier. I never thought I would ever have one of these. But here I
you're
am.
just on another level, dude?
Look at that.
I'm about to bring him out.
Man,
Oh,
that's He-Man, right? Wow.
Yes.
The epitome. I mean, it's
Guys.
it's like if they ever perfected. I mean, even the scale. The scale is another whole nother line of scale that you feel like you got to get into. The 1/6 scale is a whole nother world.
Yeah.
But to have the epitome of a collector item, like a 1/6 scale, fully articulated of your favorite character, is just the epitome,
It's
dude. I
crazy.
have a quarter scale 90s Raphael from the movie.
Yeah.
Quarter scale with the jacket and the hat and the Jose Canseco bat. It's like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
Exactly. Oh, wow. That is
Can you
fantastic.
guys
look
see
at
him
that. I
okay?
mean, the paint
Yeah.
work, the
Maybe a little
airbrush
closer.
work.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. It even has one of the little...
The loincloth
Oh,
for
no,
soft
his
goods,
hands all
dude.
fell out. Hold on. All his extra hands fell.
I had to ruin it by asking about the Mondo characters, man.
It's okay. I forgive you. I'm missing a hand, but I'll find it in a minute.
That's
Oh,
and how many points of articulation are on something like that?
I think there's like 116.
Wow.
Something ridiculous.
Wow.
I know that the Masterverse ones have about 40 points of articulation,
Okay.
and I thought that was pretty impressive. These guys,
Dang, look at that.
he's just massive.
yeah.
Wow.
That's really cool.
This is real, like a cloth or like a leather.
The soft goods, yeah.
He's got
Is that the
fuzzy
like
boot
the original
tops.
size of the original GI Joes?
Yeah, it's
12 inches,
it's
it'd be
a foot
160,
tall. It's 12 inches.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is the original vintage head, right?
Yeah, that
So-
sure is, boy. That's cool.
So this is the new design head, which I like a lot, but that's more nostalgic for me. So that's why that head is on him. Guys, his weapons are so cool too. They're so well made. So we just pop on his other head, and now he's got a whole new look.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole different figure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
show
like
you-
the original too.
So do I. So do I. I'm a big fan of the original
I mean,
head.
that one isn't bad. It's just the original
Right,
better.
but the other
I
one
like
gives,
them both. Yeah.
the other one just gives you the feels, you know. Oh, you guys, you got to see
Exactly.
his weapons are so dope. Hold on. Okay, so
He
first,
always had the coolest sword. I hated when they changed the sword design on stuff. It's
So did
why?
I.
That sword's awesome.
I gotta say the sword was great, but I did dig his battle axe.
So watch
Yeah, I
this.
love the
like
battle
that.
axe too. Oh my gosh, that sword was amazing.
You guys. Okay, so this
Wow.
clips right on his back.
Dang.
Yeah. The detail on that is
That's
insane.
cool.
Wow.
Okay.
The only thing
I have
it's
a new
missing
list.
is has to be made of metal, and then it's it. Because that's
It's
just like
got
on
the-
point, man.
Right. It's
Look
got
at
the
the pommel, and everything with the spike
yeah.
on
It's got
it.
the
Oh,
skull.
God.
It's a skull
Yeah.
pommel.
Well, with
Wow.
a nice big spike on
There's
it. Look
more.
at
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
This axe, excuse me, is so awesome. I need to get my water. That's why I need
That's
to.
like Spawn worthy.
Right?
Yeah, look at the detail. That's nuts. It looks like it's dry brushed or something
that.
too.
Oh, there's no doubt there it is. Airbrush,
Yeah.
dye brush.
Wow, that's cool.
It's got some nice extra paint deco on it
Dang.
for sure.
With watches
Now,
and
this is
everything,
the-
bro.
This is the coolest. Look at this.
The shield.
Gosh, that is so mean.
Dude,
Is it
this
like a
Like I
little
say, with
leather
real
strap?
leather straps,
So
right?
it's got the leather strap and the hand.
Wow.
The hand
Wow.
is popped out, but I'll find it in a minute. This
That
thing
is
is so
cool.
sweet. It's actually it's got leather on the back. The whole backing is leather. The little in between spots, those are leather where the brown is.
Okay,
That's crazy,
I'm
dude.
sold.
Yeah.
I want one.
It's
Sold
just
out.
beautiful.
They've been sold
It's
out for
so-
months, bro. They've been sold out for months.
Wow.
Now it also comes with this gun, but my He-Man doesn't have a gun.
No.
Oh yeah, I remember
doesn't
that
need
he
one.
did. Did he come with a gun? The
No,
original?
this is from the movie adaptation.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they just throw that in there for, oh yeah, you like the movie? Well, here you go. And it comes with our little friend.
Wow, that's so crazy, man.
What's his name? Frisbee? Busby? Something. I don't remember his name, but
Something.
Where's Orko?
Oh, you want Orko, do you? Here's an Origins Orko.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But my favorite Orko is this one from Masterverse that came with the Savage He-Man,
Oh, that's cool.
With a little
also
floating
known as
effect.
Wondar. Yeah, so I'm just a big okay with this kind of stuff, you guys. I just love. I'm knocking everything over. I'm losing all my
No, that's
stuff.
fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, is that gray skull back there the original?
It's not.
It looks a little bigger. It looks like the Origins one, a little taller maybe.
It is the Origins one.
You don't have to
yeah.
pull it out. You'll knock everything over.
Yeah, I almost knocked everything over just now just by standing here. It is. I could never afford the Grayskull when I was a kid, and now
Yeah.
the original Grayskull is probably like $500. So
Yeah.
that one was a nice Origins version of the. It's the exact same. I mean, it's got the
Yeah.
same weapons
I
key.
think they made the door a little taller is the only
Yeah.
difference because
Yeah.
the original had a problem with the scale of the door.
Yeah, the figures fit in this door nicely, and they
So
did
When I
quick,
was
great.
8, I made it work.
I
They
gotta
made it
tell you
inside
this
the
story real quick because over at Eddie and I's studio, we're redesigning right now for all new podcasts this year, and they'll probably see it when we put this on there actually. But I have a Castle Grayskull original and a Snake Mountain original, and they're not mine from when I grew up as a kid. I was jogging around the block one day, and this lady had a yard sale, and I saw them there, and I'm like, "Oh, how much for Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain?" She's like, "Oh, $5." And I was like, I was like, "Oh, each?" And she goes, "Nah, for both. Just get them out of here before my husband comes home." So somebody probably got in trouble.
Somebody
I have
ended up
them.
at a lawyer's office getting a divorce.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're the husband, it's Kelly at Oddfrog Entertainment.
Never
He has your
John.
toys.
And it's crazy because about a month later, I was at Otis at the time, and my friend B and I went to Frankensons, which is a big, like, kind of collectible emporium. It's like a Costco just filled with vendors and toy collectors and stuff. And they have them there with like they're gutted. They have nothing in them, and they're like $300. So yeah, you can't find them. I got both mine for $5.
That's awesome. What a find. They had no
Yeah.
idea how
It was just
how amazing
Yeah.
that was, what they did for you
Yeah.
right there.
yeah. They went to a good home.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to be well taken care of forever.
Yeah. Well, listen, Heath, that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. You're our first show and tell section of the show. So, this
By
is
the
great.
power of, no, not by the power of
Oh, we love it. We love it.
The
So
power.
Eddie and I can so relate because when we went back to toy design school, I mean, it's product design, but with the emphasis on toy, they're like, no, start watching cartoons again, start playing with toys. It's like, you got to get back into it.
Yeah.
And so I totally relate to it. Totally.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, man. There's nothing like it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I can't wait
Yeah.
to check out you guys' designs too. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, for sure.
I just love people that are creative, like in general. So I appreciate
Check out
this.
oddfrogentertainment.com
Awesome.
for sure.
Odd
There,
Frog.
there are a couple questions we like to ask all of our guests, and
Okay.
one you already answered. We usually ask, "What is your earliest toy memory?" And I think we got that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other is, if you could either have a superpower or be any character or have any superhero or comic book character, who would it be or what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good one. There's so many. See, like my love of nerddom isn't limited to just Masters. Like I love DC, I love Marvel, I love G.I. Joe, I love
Yeah,
Transformers.
yeah. Combine something, make something up.
All
What
of
would
it,
you
all
be
of it.
What
So-
would be your ideal superhero? Like you, bro. Like
Or
I would
villain,
have
yeah.
I would have the strength of I'd have the strength of He-Man, but I would also have the magic of well, I'm gonna stick to this because this is what we've been talking about all day. I would have the magic usage of Skeletor, but the power and the humanity of He-Man. So I'd be a good
That's
guy
good.
with all the power. So I would combine
that.
combine all the powers of the Masters of the Universe for good.
That's great.
Nice.
That
Very
is
good.
great.
Very good.
As opposed to when Skeletor got the sword and used it all to destroy everything. Whatever.
Exactly.
Dude, like,
It's his nature.
Yeah. Lord of Destruction, I think it says right on his package.
Yeah, evil Lord of Destruction. That's right.
Well, Heath, we really do appreciate you being a part of the Oddfrog Chop Shop today. And
Pleasure.
if people want to find you, where can they either enlist your services or just reach out and say, hey?
Yeah, for sure. HeathMartinVO.com. I'm at HeathMartinVO everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Linktree, TikTok, everywhere at Heath Martin VO.
We'll put your
Keep it simple.
we'll put all your information in the description too, and a link to your He-Man Thundercats crossover too.
Cool, man. I appreciate it. I'll let the fellas know. They'll appreciate that too.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
I
for
appreciate
being
it.
on, man. We
Have a great
appreciate
week.
it.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in to the Oddfrog Chop Shop podcast. This episode is brought to you by MLCVoice.com and OddFrogEntertainment.com. Theme music is Burlesque Heartache by RKVC. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Until next time, keep creating and keep playing.